Friends, every week, we work hard to bring you terrifying animated horror stories. If you enjoy our channel's tales, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest video. There was one rule every night shift nurse at St. Mary's Hospital knew. Never go into the old East Wing after midnight. Nobody ever explained why. Nora had worked there for almost 3 years. She had heard the rumors, but she'd never believed them. Until one night, at exactly 2:13 a.m., she heard a sound coming from the abandoned wing. At first, she thought it was a machine. Then she realized it sounded like a door opening. Nora followed the noise down an old corridor. At the end was an elevator she'd never seen before. Inside, there were buttons for 3 basement levels. But beneath them was another button. There was no number on it. Nora didn't touch it. But somehow, the elevator started moving. When the doors opened, Nora found herself in a part of the hospital that looked decades old. The walls were yellow with age. The lights were dim, and every room was covered in dust. Then she saw it. Room 414. The room wasn't on any hospital map, but someone was inside. An elderly man was lying in the bed. He looked directly at Nora and asked one question. "Has Dr. Elias arrived yet?" Nora checked the patient's chart. There was no name, no admission date, no medical history, nothing. She told him there was no doctor named Elias working that night. The patient smiled. Then he said, "There will be." A few seconds later, the door behind Nora slowly opened. At the end of the hallway stood a doctor. White coat, gray hair, glasses. He was staring directly at her. Nora stepped into the corridor, but when she looked again, the doctor was gone. She rushed back into room 414. The patient was now sitting upright. He looked at her calmly and said, "He's finally here." Nora turned toward the doorway. The doctor was standing there again. This time, he was much closer. Nora recognized his face, not from the hospital, from an old photograph hanging on the wall. She grabbed it. The photograph showed Dr. Elias standing with a hospital staff. The date was 1989. 37 years earlier. Nora looked from the photograph to the doctor standing in front of her. It was the exact same man. He hadn't aged. Nora ran. She sprinted through the corridor and reached the elevator. The doors closed behind her. She never looked back. When Nora returned to the nurse's station, everything seemed normal. The old wing was gone. The elevator was gone. And there was no record of room 414. Not on the computer. Not on the blueprints. Nowhere. But the next morning, Nora found an old photograph sitting on her desk. It showed room 414. On the back was a handwritten warning, "Do not enter." And beneath it was another sentence, "The patient is still waiting." Nora quit that morning. But according to hospital staff, the old elevator still appears sometimes, usually around 2:14 a.m. And whenever its doors open, there is only one button waiting to be pressed. 414 if you like the story.